Geiger, and welcome to No Movies in Hell.
Hi, I'm Lacroix Scott, and this is episode 13, House of Gucci. And we have a special guest. Please welcome Nate Kushner.
Oh.
And Nate, you and I have only chatted briefly or hung out once or twice in the past. So why did you want to help us review House of Gucci?
Well, gosh, I guess maybe we should start, why I wanted to go.
Okay.
I would say, I'm in a unique position to go and see films that I'm on the borderline about wanting to go see, because I have that Alamo Drafthouse version of Movie Pass. So, it's a movie ticket every day if I want it. And so when a movie is borderline, some actors I like, a director of Ridley Scott's Prestige, sure, I'll take a chance on that for the price of free. And why I'm here is because I love my wife.
All right, those are good reasons.
I love you too. Thank you for joining.
You got it.
So, Lacroix, I know you've been looking forward to seeing House of Gucci since you saw the first trailer. So tell me what was exciting.
And I'm sorry, other reason I might not have gone it, except Lacroix was like, you gotta see this. She went on her own, and I might not have gone without a recommendation. That feels like something I need to say.
So she recommended it after she saw it. You weren't interested really. You were borderline until she saw it and said, you got to see this.
I don't think anything like that. I think I was just doing something else that night. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
We go to the movies together a lot.
We do.
And also separately a lot.
So Lacroix, why did you want to see this movie?
Well, I was curious. I really held off on getting to know more about the history of the Gucci family. I did know that they currently do not run Gucci as it is now, and just curious around the story. Obviously, there's lots of heavy hitters there. You have Oscar nominated folks and Oscar winners such as Jared Leto, Al Pacino, obviously. You have Adam Driver nominee and Lady Gaga as nominee. So I was like, oh, great. This is going to be a path for at least Lady Gaga to hopefully round out her EGOT and win an Oscar, or at least be nominated. I enjoyed the film for probably different reasons than most, just because I enjoy fashion. I love fashion. I thought that the story was a little more campier than a regular biopic, which was fine. There are lots of really pristine, fun moments during watching the film. So watching people watch the film is a pastime of mine, and it really came across when seeing the audience for this film. What about you, Chris?
So the trailer looked really great. I thought Lady Gaga in the trailer was amazing, and so that's the primary reason I wanted to see it. I do like all those people though. Although sometimes when you get a lot of really amazing actors who are all Academy Award winners or nominees, like you don't always get what you're expecting out of that mix. But I thought they did a great job. And I checked the runtime before I went, and it was 2 hours and 2.5. And I was like, oh no, is this going to be 2.5 hours?
Yeah, I did not do that type of research, and I should have, because I was looking at my watch for a little bit going, how much of this is left?
Well, I never really felt like there was a part that we didn't need. I didn't realize it was going to be such a family drama. It was almost Godfather-ish.
Yeah.
With all the different
very much so.
Players. And at one point I thought Al Pacino was going to say, Fredo, you break my heart. But I thought it was great. And it was better than I expected it to be. It was very campy. I like the soundtrack. I like the clothes. It was very throwback to the 80s. I do remember the 80s. So I don't, it's not like the Princess Diana stuff specific chunks of the 80s might escape me, or 90s, but the general era I got.
Yes.
So that delivered well. I'm going to go ahead and pull up our ratings.
All right. Well, wow, Nate, you gave it a 25.
I did. Just, you know, the sum of all those ratings. You know, I thought it was. I was entertained. It was too long. It was some of those actors giving their best, and some not. It had that biopic syndrome where the characters are written as if they are aware of their own mythology, which always like rolls my eyes. Jared Leto was there too.
Was he?
Yeah. He was. Well, he was that. He was the chubby one.
He's Paolo, the son of, the son of Aldo, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which was an amazing transformation. If you hadn't told me he was Jared Leto going in, I would have never known.
Yeah, when we were seeing the trailers, you know, you see Jared Leto's name pop up, but then you saw the character and it's like, wow, it's a very big transformation.
I come to find out over the next couple days that it was a suit rather than a bodily transformation, and that the character he was playing did not really look like that. And then you also have to think about, I don't know, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, he played Mark David Chapman in a movie called Chapter 27, where he did legitimately gain 70 pounds, also to play a character who wasn't that chubby. In real life. To me, that is Jared Leto making the film about Jared Leto.
Interesting.
Yeah. You know, he's trying to win an award for most acting instead of best acting.
I just feel like he already has a supporting, you know, actor nom. I think it was just kind of like parodying someone who was in real life. And it was like this comedic factor because it was kind of like trying to add that larger than life part of the family, along with Al Pacino, like overacted, you know, try to get that comic relief. Whereas Jeremy Irons, I really liked as the father, and, you know, being very intentional with the story. And I liked Adam Driver too. It's kind of like very quiet throughout the film until like basically the last act. It felt like Lady Gaga did an incredible job. So, you know, I thought that the acting was good, ultimately being weighed down by the, you know, silliness of Al Pacino and Jared Leto.
I was surprised to see Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
Surprised. I love that part of it.
I love her character.
Yeah. And I didn't know any of this was happening, honestly, back then. I didn't know that she was arrested or that she had accomplices.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I totally forgot that Tom Ford was at Gucci.
Oh my gosh, I did not. So that was one part where I was like, this has to be Tom Ford. I just don't remember him looking like that.
I mean, I don't remember what Tom Ford looked like. To me, he's always been sort of the guy that he is now, with the sunglasses and the very, like, everything is so perfect.
Together.
Yeah, like, to me, Tom Ford has always just been Tom Ford. I completely blacked out the part of my brain that associates him with Gucci.
Well, it's interesting. They did kind of like a time jump to the 90s, because I think he started at Gucci in the 90s. Because I specifically remember there was like a MTV movie or music awards where like it was Madonna and she was wearing Tom Ford for Gucci, and she was wearing like this teal silk shirt, and I was like, oh, now I know, like, it's associated with Gucci. So it's like I knew that it was there. It was interesting just seeing the portrayal of Tom Ford, and also it was interesting seeing the portrayal of like Anna Wintour and Andre Leon Talley, which I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm so happy that they like, you know, did these not cameos, but like made sure that they were part of the story too.
Definitely. I think so. I didn't really know what to expect going in because I didn't have the backstory of any of this crime happening. It was great I'm a huge true crime fan to start with. So it was interesting from that perspective. It was interesting to see all of these different actors doing their thing. I was pleasantly surprised to see people that I didn't expect, like Salma Hayek, to pop up and have these like fun roles, I guess, if you can consider being an accomplice to a murder fun, but she made it fun. So
Crime is fun.
yeah.
Jeremy Irons was the MVP just by like doing what he does and giving like a perfect little understated performance. I enjoyed the enjoyment of the audience about the same, different theater, different showing, but experienced the same thing that Lacroix did. Father, Son, and the House of Gucci was a laugh line in my auditorium.
How did you feel about the soundtrack? Because you're a musician.
Yeah. I thought it was. I'm trying to remember everything I heard, but I thought it was the right mix for the time. Some of those fun like Italian language versions of English hits that we know, and you know, I kind of laugh out loud every time a trailer has like an intense version of a pop song we already knew, but like you know, Heart of Glass, Blondie, the whole, you know, anything from that kind of era of Studio 54, you know, that's the right choice for that subject matter. Yeah, fun songs. I've nothing bad to say about that.
I like the choice of Faith for the wedding.
I like that too.
I thought they made good decisions on the soundtrack, but that one was surprising and good.
If Jared Leto did that performance while playing Luigi, then we're talking Oscars.
So you think that Jared Leto should be in the next Mario film as Luigi?
And I like Charlie Day, but I said I want to see Jared Leto do that performance in a Mario Brothers movie. You know, and you know, I'm one of the people who back when that was the rumor thought Joaquin Phoenix as Doctor Strange. Yes, please. I want to see a deeply weird actor do like a pop culture character. Yeah, Jared Leto for Luigi Mario.
Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker, Nate.
I know, but he was in the conversation to be Doctor Strange a couple of years ago, and it seemed like that was going to happen.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
So before you guys came on the No Movies in Hell, did you talk about House of Gucci after you had each seen it?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit after I'd seen it, and definitely I went with a push from Lacroix when I might have passed because of the, you know, just, you know, she didn't want to spoil too much, but she convinced me.
Cool.
I definitely walked around the house doing House of Gucci.
Father, Son, and Spicy Meatball.
Well, Nate, thanks for being on as a guest. It was fun.
Thank you, Nate.
Thank you.
All right. Tune in next time for our holiday episode.
Holiday episode. Lots of special guests.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.